Hey guys, Kevin TCG here. Right now it's about 6:50 in the morning. I just finished getting ready for work and I watched the Pokemon Direct. We got Mega Evolutions coming back to the TCG, so super excited about that. But for the rest of my day, I gotta go to work and then I'm gonna go to my local card shop, Tabletop Village, participate in a Pokemon Day tournament, and we'll recap some more news in a little bit. Guys, currently out of work, headed to Tabletop Village, just parked my car. During work, I tried to get a hold of Blooming Waters from Best Buy. Was super unlucky. It sold out immediately, even when I was put into queue. I was put into queue for like 10 or so minutes, and then it said it was sold out. Decided to give up. So we're gonna go ahead and check out to see if they have any more openings for that ETB tournament, which is happening. You pay $10, get a chance to win an ETB. I don't think I'll win. I'm gonna try my darndest. They also have a whole raffle where you spend, I think, $20 and you can get, you can enter for a chance to win something. All right, I'm all settled in, signed up for the tournament, and I got entry to the raffle. For that $20 I spent, I got Professor's Research, Sada's Full Art. Of course, I get to get Sada's Vitality. Believe it or not, these are not going in my deck. This is going in my collection binder because I don't have these cards in my binder. And then I got 2 packs of Paradox Rift. We got Roaring Moon and Armor Rouge. A couple of the boys are here, so we'll see how far we get. I'm gonna run with Raging Bolt because that's the deck I'm most comfortable with. And the last tournament I did was actually last week, and I did really bad. I had 1 win out of 5 or 6 rounds. Not doing too hot. I was going through the progressions. I was getting deep into matches, but I was just doing like self-inflicted wounds or just having really unfortunate draws in the beginning. So Pokemon Day is not over. It's only just beginning, and we'll see how we go throughout the evening. Also, yeah, I gotta open these packs when I get home. See what we can celebrate with Pokemon Day. I'm not getting any of the illustration cards because I already have three of those packs. I don't need any more. 1 goes to me, 1 goes to Coral, 1 goes to my dad. No more, no less. Oh, and yeah, Blooming Waters, giving up on that. I figured I'd try. I'm hoping with Journey Together I could get that Iono kit, that little acrylic stand, and maybe with the Charizard I could get that Jumbo promo card too. I just have to buy those separately. I'm not too concerned about the individual packs. It'd be cool because it's a nice variety of packs to get in those boxes. But yeah, getting pre-ordering product is a bit harder than it was before. Like the Pokemon Center dropped like bundles, EV bundles, and they dropped another mystery box, which I unfortunately cannot open because it sold out so fast. I got really lucky last time. Let's get going. All right, so first match was against Miraidon. That was a loss. I had a really bad start, and I forgot how long Miraidon's turn can be because he was just absolutely cooking up with his pulls. And if I didn't whip that first turn, and if I got the first prize card advantage, I think I would have won. I had to rely on Greninja to draw. I got one of his Pokemon, but he got one of my Ogerpons right back. And then for the final play, he used Iron Bundle. I decided to put Greninja up instead of like Ogerpon or Pheasantipede, but he managed to build up his Iron Thorns with 3 energy, and then he used Magneton for a pop, so he only had 1 prize card left, and then he hit out my Greninja for the knockout, because he was already weak. They're doing prizing for juniors and seniors, so Masters, we still have 2 more matches to go. So yeah, Miraidon just could not catch up, but I got a prize pack for participating, and they're doing a raffle right now, and I didn't get anything in the raffle, so hopefully I'll get something before I leave. And also, it wouldn't have mattered if I put like an Ogerpon up in the active with the Iron Bundle, because he would have used Raikou to knock me out because he had Raikou built up. Round 2, it was... And these kids are winning Prismatic Evo ETBs. So lucky. Round 2, another loss. Dragapult Thorns. I got absolutely locked. they had Toad Scroll, so I couldn't use energy retrieval, and I went down to my final card in my deck and I said I scoop. No way I could come back. Round 3, that was a win. It was against another Dragapult, but it was Dragapult Dusknoir, and I was set up. I knocked out his Pheasantipity first turn, and I finally went second because the previous 2 matches I went first. And he got his Pheasantipity back up with Night Stretcher, and then he said, you know what? I scoop. It's been a long night, and we're both 0-2, and I'm just not having it. And he also forgot a card in his deck, so ended up dropping. So I won by conceding and then dropped. On to the next 2. Alright guys, round 5 was a loss. It was against Walking Wake. Taisei was my opponent. Boy, me and him, we just went pass for like 15 minutes until we finally started getting good cards and we set some stuff up. And I didn't win because I think he had a 2 prize card advantage in the beginning. I just couldn't catch up. And then we had a little duck race, and I won a little prize. I got Pikachu dice, which when we had Pokemon Day last year, my boy Jake won this, and I was really jealous because I wanted these myself. Apparently these are worth like a pretty penny, and I'm gonna use them because dice are meant to be used. And then the final match, opponent never showed up, so just chilling, having a good time. We'll get home and we'll crack open that prize pack and those 2 other Paradox Rift booster packs, and then I'll also give my thoughts on the Pokemon Direct. Alright guys, I'm back home. It's actually the next day because I got home, I was really tired, and I fell right asleep. No, actually, it's not even the next day. It's Saturday as of this recording. It's 2 days after. So the day after, I fell asleep when I got home because I got home at like 10 or so. And then I got a couple of booster shots, and then I felt really tired the Friday evening and I just fell asleep. Didn't bother to record or anything after work. And now I'm here, refreshed, recharged, feeling all great. Now, let's get to opening. So I have Professor's Research, Sada edition. I will actually probably use this in a deck, because I forgot I have this card in my completed master set of SV1. I also have Sada's Vitality, which will not go in a deck. This will go straight into my collection binder. And put those off to the side, and right here, we have our first prize pack. I haven't gotten any prize packs from this series because I haven't been playing any leagues. I've just been playing weekly locals. Very excited to try this out. Also, if you notice my audio is a bit different, you might hear some things in the background. I'm using my normal on my shotgun mic attached to my camera. I used to have a lav mic, but I somehow lost that, so I'm doing what I can with already a solid solution, but it just won't be as noise isolated, which is still fine. I think the audio is still solid. We have Totoro Scenario, Cypher Maniac's Code Breaking, Raging Bolt, Genesect for the Holo Rare, and Buddy Poppin' for another Holo Rare and Energy. I heard Pheasantipity is in here, like the EX version, and that's really sought after too. I like Genesect. So if this Pokemon has a tool attached, your opponent can't play any ace-spec cards from their hand. So that's pretty useful, especially if they're running Prime Catcher or Item Box. Genesect kind of nullifies that if it has a tool attached. Buddy Poppin', always great. I might put this in my trait binder because it has this play stamp and it's a holo variant, and people do like that. If they're not using the gold version of Buddy Poppin', they're most likely using a stamp version, just to bling out their deck. I'd say that's a win in my book. That's a good solid pull right there. Okay, Roaring Moon and Armor Rouge. I do have these cards as regular EXs. I don't have them as full arts or illustration rares. Well, actually, I might have Armarouge as a full art. But like, actually, I do have his illustration rare through SV1. But I want that Roaring Moon. I want a gold Roaring Moon. I want the illustration rare Roaring Moon. Maybe I just want another Roaring Moon. Just a regular EX, because he is getting more playable by the day. He was pretty playable back in the day, and then he fell out as newer sets came in, and then he's starting to slowly come back in. So we got Purloin, Minfu, Ferroseed, Gibble, Luxurious Cape, Cyclizar, Simisear, Nacli. Alright, do we get any illustration rares here? No, we don't. Do we get any EX rares here? Shoutout and Thievul. That's alright. That's alright, guys. Let's see what Armarouge gets. I'm gonna open Paradox Rift, like, probably since a collection tin or a collection box. I honestly can't remember, like, the last time I willingly, like, bought Paradox Rift as packs, because this is one of the sets I actually bought quite a bit of, because during that era I was just trying to build up my collection and get my bulk going. Mantike. This is also kind of a good card for colorless energy, so no energy. You can heal 120 damage on your bench to one Pokemon. That's pretty good. Minun, TM Evolution, very playable. Durant, Slitherwing, also playable. Pansage, any illustration rares here? No, but do we get an EX? Tinglu. Alright, no polls, but we did get this cool Genesect and stamped Buddy Buddy Poffin Hollow. Now let's go on to my opinions on Pokemon Day's presentation or Direct. For you glasses wearers, how often do you guys like wipe down your glasses? I feel like I do it every 2 hours or so when I'm just sitting at my desk. So it's just the oils from my face, the dust, the environment I'm in. It's just so hard to see. Like even then I didn't even get everything. Alright, so Pokemon Day, there's like 3 big things I really want to cover. First is Mega Evolutions. Those are coming back. I did manage to get my hands on a couple of Mega Evolution cards as they were releasing it. I entered the game into like beginning Sword and Shield, so they were still printing X and Y in collection boxes and tins and stuff. So I have a lot of Mega Evolutions from Evolution series. I have a lot of break cards and so on and so forth. Like I got a couple Charizards, a couple Blastoises, Venusaurs. If you're familiar with Mega Evolutions from the X and Y series card game, you needed I believe it was a tool or an item called Spirit Link, and then after you evolve your Mega Pokemon, your turn ends. But with this one, you evolve straight from a stage 1 or a basic Pokemon into the Mega, and you don't need any item or tool. But you can't use certain cards because to evolve it, because it's not a stage 2 Pokemon. It's just a Mega Evolution Pokemon. So there might be like an independent item where you can evolve it into a Mega down the road. But you can't use like Grand Tree, for instance, to evolve into a Mega Evolution. Super excited for that because they have, from at least what it looks like, some of them have higher HP and the attack cost is pretty low. So it might accelerate the game, but the real threat is that it's a 3 prize card liability. So if you knock it out, that's 3 prize cards. And if you use like Iron Hands, you could take 4 prize cards in one turn. Yeah, it reminds me of the VMAX era. And for example, when I played Miraidon, I used a lot of Regieleki VMAX. He wasn't that much of a liability because I only really prized him in late game. And he had high enough HP during that format where you can't really knock him out in one go. But he was still a liability, so you really had to watch out to make sure people don't knock you out for 3 prizes. That's, I know through talking with people, they're kind of half and half on it being a 3 prize liability because it may accelerate the gameplay a lot more. But if you're really, but if you don't use Megas, then I guess don't worry, who knows? All I really care about is that they give the Mega Evolution Pokemon who didn't have a card finally get a card in the future. And maybe, bulk them up a bit. Second thing, I'm really excited for Pokemon Champions, which is coming out on both the Switch and mobile format, devices. I think it's devices, like smartphones and probably tablets. It's pretty much like Pokemon Stadium on the go, and you can transfer Pokemon from your Pokemon home into that series or that mainline, not mainline, into that game. I've had a Typhlosion from Soul Silver. I transferred him to Black and White just to get him to my X and Y and then to Pokemon Home. And he's been in my inbox and on like my current teams all the way from Sword and Shield to Scarlet and Violet. He's just chilling. He's been tagging along, having fun, and I want him to continue battling. So the fact that I could bring back my old Pokemon into newer format games is already great as is with Pokemon Home. And then with like a mobile version just to battle with Pokemon I collected throughout my childhood, my teenage years, and through my adult years, and have them all meet in a unified place, even better. Like, I know they're not good. I'm not a great VG player, but it's just nostalgic to bring them back and see what they could put up. Like my level 100 Raticate. I know he's not gonna do anything, but he's gonna use Hyper Fang and Guillotine maybe and lock down some doors. I don't know. Just super excited for that. And then last but not least, of course, we have Z to A to Z, the new Pokemon Legends game. The starters. Now, there's kind of been some conflicting opinions out there. People love the starters, they hate them. I'm all for them. Obviously, I'm a Johto guy through and through. Chikorita, it looks like they're gonna give Chikorita a little buff here because if you guys follow the video games, you know Chikorita's probably one of the worst starters and probably not the greatest grass type Pokemon out there. And I love Totodile, one of my favorite water type Pokemon. And Tepig, I'll be honest, when I played Black and White, I chose Snivy or Oshawott. I ignored Tepig, but as I got older, I grew to appreciate Tepig and Emboar for that matter. You know, standing aside from graphics and frame rate, I'm actually pretty excited for the new mechanics. I think it's gonna play great. The first Arceus games wasn't, you know, graphically beautiful, but it was very fun gameplay-wise. So I'm going into that mindset. And you know, with the Switch 2 looming, it'll probably get like a little performance bump. I'm not holding that against them or anything, but I'm just excited for a new mainline series Pokemon game. I love the X and Y series. I know a lot of people didn't really like that series. It was too easy. The stories were non-existent, yada, yada, yada. I personally had a lot of fun with it because I remember beating that game in like 24 hours, but it was just super fun. It was super refreshing take on from like the pixelated series to a more of a 3D format. That was the first entry, and that kind of paved the way into modern Pokemon, despite its challenges. But yeah, I had a ton of fun on Pokemon Day. You know, to wake up early, caught up on some news, went to work, and then relaxed. I don't know if I call playing in a tournament relaxing, especially after you're brain fried from work, but relaxed, got to hang out with some friends at the shop and talk more Pokemon. Open some packs. It's always a good day for Pokemon Day. And I got dice. I got freaking dice. What did you guys do for Pokemon Day? Let me know down in the comments below. If you've enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more content in the future. My name is KepaTCG, and I'll see you guys next time. And I don't know if you can hear Coral, but she's also playing Fortnite in the background. Peace.